Star Wars is now 40 years old.
Welcome to Fat Man Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Okay, so Star Trek Discovery is happening, whether you want it to or not.
What is the sonic power Black Canary uses called in the comic book?
Canary cry?
Correct!
This episode of the Quitslime Geekcast is brought to you by us. And you know, some people at Jinx.com. If you want 10% off of your orders on Jinx.com, use the promo code on your screen right now. That's quitstalling_366. Yes, that's right. It's quitstalling_366 to get 10% off of all the gamer and geek swag you can stuff in your shopping cart from Jinx.com. Yes! Whether it's a Warcraft shirt to show your Alliance or Horde pride, whether it's a StarCraft shirt, BlizzCon's coming up, so there's a lot of Blizzard swag up there. Use the promo code quitstalling_366 and save yourself a little bit of moolah, a little bit of cashola by using our promo code quitstalling_366 at checkout. I'm gonna make myself a little less pale on the camera as I'm calling this out. Quitstalling_366 to save yourself 10% off on all your purchases at Jinx.com. The bed music died again. That's my bad. I'm just gonna play something else. Our usual. I'm gonna play our usual music. Where is that? Where is it? The Cantina Band. All right. Oh, not the Cantina Band. The Space Rhythm and Blues Jazz Quintet. Yes. Welcome everyone. The Quitstalling Geekcast. Your weekly show where we talk about all things geek. Hello, I am Harold Sylvester. We got a lot to talk about today. We got faceless, legless, armless men, like turds in the wind. I am your host, Harold Sylvester. Yes, no Wancho today, but you know what? Hopefully, all of this will make do. And of course, my lovely, fantastic, suave co-host. He comes from the far, far west. Yes, he is the man known as Sensei Humor. It's Derek O'Brien. Changing it up this week. Hey, Derek. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. As always.
You look great. Oh, excuse me.
I know. That was my Asian gong. Sensei, yeah. Yes. I had a haircut 2 days ago, so that was I'm literally Sensei Swab. What's that? Oh, my wife says it looks sexy, and that's all I need. You know? Looks like my wife is Sensei Swab as well.
Oh yes.
I totally paid her to say that. Just FYI. You heard what you said? Can you Venmo me like the $1?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on the phone.
Do you have Venmo? Oh my gosh, that's excellent. So hello, Chloe, if you're watching. Obviously you are because you know you're in the room. But welcome everyone to the Quitstalling Geekcast. We didn't have a show last week. You were not deceived. Your feeds did not error. I was sick, and then when we tried to do a rescheduled show, you know, me and Derek were sick at the same time. So. It was unfortunate circumstances.
Was not great.
Not
at
cool.
all.
Not cool.
Flu's been going around. It's just not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of sick. Like, how are you doing now, Derek?
I'm fine. I rested a lot that last weekend. Like I would sleep really early, and it kind of like it basically. I think it restarted like everything, like all my. Cause I think was it Saturday. Like Sunday night, like I almost didn't go to work, but then like the morning was kind of like, I could fight through it. So I kind of just fought through it, and then after that week, kind of like working through it, and I think I kind of sweating out everything. It was good.
Oh, what a trooper! What a trooper!
You know, Sensei strong.
Sensei strong, dude. I want that on a shirt. I want that on a shirt.
I know,
Sensei
right?
strong.
Sensei strong.
And then it's you flexing. I'd be down for that.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So we're looking to actually tie up with the local garments manufacturer. Like I can't put in too many details, but we might have like shirts coming out like within the next couple of months, like with phrases that we say regularly, like "Hello everyone, I'm your host."
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll try and get that swag.
My
out.
name is Harold, right?
Yeah. that is my real name. Like it'll be in the back. That is my real name. Francishu says Sensei Strong and Sensei Suave. Oh, we got to get both of those on a t-shirt.
A lot, yeah. I'm gonna have like just all S's. Sensei, just all different like names.
Oh yeah. Or you know how like people have the shirts where it's like the first word you could have like Sensei and then like Strong, Suave, Humor. Like it just lists the
That's
type of Sensei you are.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's awesome. All right. So guys, Francis in the chat says bananas aren't fruits. Yeah, I gotta have a banana. Dude, that was Diego. I gotta send you that link because on the original show, he fought me and Mikhail for like a good 20 minutes trying to prove that bananas weren't fruits, and then in the end he was like, "Okay, they're fruits."
What did he think they were? Vegetables?
He thought they were berries, and then he thought berries weren't fruits. So he's like, "Wait, I looked it up," and then he really did.
Yeah.
He was like, oh
He's like, I lost. I
I
give up.
It was 20 minutes. It was funny. Oh, Francis is a great idea for a t-shirt. I am Danny Rand.
Yeah. My name is Danny Rand.
Sad news about that. We'll get to that in a little bit. But Derek,
Yes.
man, so we were both sick last week, but how have you been the past 2 weeks? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been, besides the sick part, we watched Venom. I watched it twice.
You
so
watched
far.
it twice.
I watched it twice. I watched it with my wife, and then I
Oh,
watched it with
wow.
my wife on like early premiere, and we watched that in a regular theater. So I was like, I told her if I really liked it, I'm gonna watch it again with my dad, but in IMAX. So I watched it in IMAX with my dad. Way better in IMAX. Definitely watching IMAX. 2D though.
Oh, wow.
I don't like 3D that much. I'm not a fan of 3D.
Yeah.
Because I wear glasses, so it's not fun.
I can see that,
Other
yeah.
than that, what else did I do? Yeah, it's wearing two glasses is not great.
Have you tried contacts though?
I haven't. I'm deathly scared to try them because
okay.
I have a lot of nightmares that they're gonna get stuck in my eyeball, like behind my eye or something. So I
As long as you
never-
don't sleep with them, you should be fine.
That's what everyone says, but then I'm like, but has it got stuck behind your eye before? They're like, yeah, it has. I'm like, exactly. I can't do it. But we'll see. Maybe. My glasses are kind of bothering me. I need to get new frames. I've had these since like 2009.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably more blind than I really am too. So that's but yeah, and then I think other than that, that's been pretty much it. I've been planning to get stuff from my wall. Like I want to hang comics up, so I've been ordering
dude.
like top loaders to have my comics.
Yeah.
You know, like at least
yeah.
they're nice, like on the wall. So maybe sometime soon I'll do that. I have a lot of Venom comics, but I don't want to post all. I want to post like maybe one, like favorites. You know what I mean? Something like that. We'll think about it. But
That makes sense.
other than that, that's about it.
Oh, that's
How about you,
actually-
man? What you been up to?
Yeah, I've kind of made the like my immediate 7 yards just like my zone for the past week. Like I've not been able to get out too much. Like I went out like twice, but it was only to go to my girlfriend's place. Aside from that, like like I've just been dead. Like, even that was kind of a pain because like it's a 30-minute drive from here to Muntinlupa, so it was like really do I. It was rough.
Oh, it's like, so your girlfriend lives like 20 minutes from you?
Like 30 on a good day.
30?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I know like people in America complain about like a 20-minute commute, right? So it's like it's 30 back and forth. It's not even for work, which is okay, but like it can be rough sometimes when you.
But
Especially
the real
only when
question
you're
is,
sick.
without traffic, how far is it really?
That's without traffic.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's nothing like
Damn.
Diego. Diego lives like an hour away from his girlfriend.
From Cheska, really?
Yeah, Cheska's in QC, and then he's all the way down in like Laguna, like all the way down south.
That's
So-
right. That's right. For some reason, I don't know why I thought Cheska lives south for some reason.
Yeah, like she seems
That's
like
crazy.
she would, right? Like we were talking about that. the
Right.
other
Yeah.
day as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we do it for love. Do it for love. I want to give a shout out to someone in the chat right now. Wisa, how you doing, Wisa? I don't know if she was here for the previous Geekcast. She was here for Game Bite. I think she's a friend
Nice.
of someone who we know. But yeah, Wisa, welcome. Yeah, we're on early. This is the Quit Stalling Geekcast. We talk about all things geek. We've bounced around the days that we do this show because of our supposed third co-host who's gotten really busy saving the world. Hey, Wancho, hope you're doing all right. But yeah, so I think we can lock down Monday Philippine time, Sunday night, because it's kind of easier, right? Is it easy for you, Derek?
Right. Yeah, it's fine for me. I mean,
Okay.
Sunday, it's like my rest day anyway, so it's all good. It's all good for me.
It's all good. It's all good. And oh, Sneaky Frog in the chat as well. Yes, I am Steez from CS:GO. Ribbit. It's more like a sneaky ribbit. It's more like a ribbit. Yeah, like it's a sneaky frog. Sneaky frog. Friend of Danunchi. Oh yeah. Wisa, where is Danunchi? And Wisa says, saw Venom in the title and it piqued my interest. What do you guys think about the movie? We'll get to that at the end of the show. You have to stick around because we gotta format this a little bit. We can't just like ruin the surprises. Yeah, we got a little bit of news to talk about in a second, and then we'll get to Venom and the Dragon Prince, which is out on Netflix. So you guys gotta check that out. If you haven't yet, maybe we'll start off with Venom because I think more people saw Venom than they saw the Dragon Prince. But yeah, hopefully
Well,
we
wait,
can change our mind.
do you want to start off with the bad news first? Because we
We
always
could.
end with the bad thing.
We
You know
could,
what I mean?
yeah, we could. We'll
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We'll do that. All right, guys. Let me turn down the music real quick. Let's start with the bad news. Here we go.
Play like a really sad.
I see. Good news, everyone.
I'm trying to look for sad music real quick. All right, this part of the news is brought to you by GameBite every 9:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. At nights, yes, GameBite. Me, Diego Z, and Mick the Guzman talk about the gaming news of the week. And of course, sometimes we have guests to interview. Sometimes we have people from the local gaming scene, whether it be game developers like Florence Yushu in the chat, or streamers. We have them on the show. GameBite, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, Wednesdays. That's about 5:30 a.m. California time. Oh no, 6:30 until daylight savings, which is in like a month, right, Derek? Like when is when is daylight
it is
savings?
in a month. About a month from now. Yep, like November 4th, I think it is. Somewhere around there.
Wow.
Yeah, the best time we go back an hour, so we like an extra hour of sleep. The best.
Before we get to the news, how do you feel about daylight savings time? Because everyone I've talked to says like they should just get rid of it because it doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, as literally in the name, it's like literally to save daylight. Because like it gets really dark, and then they want to go back an hour, so that's a little bit brighter. But then in the summertime, it's the worst because you go forward an hour, so that's the worst because you're like, so you normally wake up at 7, and it feels like you're losing an hour of sleep because the hour goes up faster and just like But then in November, like this time, it's perfect. You're like, yes,
Okay.
1 free hour. I know. And I got used to not having that because, I was in the Philippines for like 5 years. So I was like, yes,
Yeah.
no daylight saving times. But now I'm back to this crap.
Fun fact, like for those of you who don't know, daylight savings time, from what I hear actually, is they pretty much implemented that in certain countries so that when kids would go to school in the morning, it wouldn't be so dark. Or yeah, like so, I don't know. We live in a more modern age. I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak for those people. But for me, as someone who doesn't really get bothered by daylight savings time, I say just get rid of it. Because it affects the rest of the world too, in terms of like business hours when we have to contact people from the countries that are affected. It gets kind of messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, when we do shows, when me and Derek do shows, it's a bit of a pain.
Right?
Ah,
Huge
cha,
pain, dude.
cha.
I want that
Let's
daylight
see.
in here. Because remember, we used to do daylight saving time, or the show at this time, and it'd be like, you could see the brightness in my room, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's black. It's pitch black outside.
Oh man, it's weird.
There's proof right there. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna look at the chat before we get to the sad news. Wisa says, Danucci's out having lunch. We'll definitely stick around. Thank you. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Keep chatting. Keep talking to us. Francis says, I haven't watched Venom, but Dragon Prince is the bomb. Okay, awesome. I mean, I think the spoilers in Venom aren't that big of spoilers. Like, you can still go watch it after, because it's not like, oh, I didn't see that coming. But yeah, we'll let you decide. Francis doesn't really mind spoilers anyway, so yeah.
That's
we'll
good.
We'll have the spoiler alert later.
Because I'm gonna say the whole movie. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it verbatim. All right.
Yeah.
Wisa also says it's funny how some people forget when when daylight savings is, and end up arriving late at work. Does that happen to you, Derek?
Sometimes I know some people are like, oh well, because like for me, like mostly people with phones nowadays, it automatically fixes itself. But you still have those people that still have like alarm clocks and don't have or a smartphone, so it won't set the time. I think I had it last year. Like a couple of the older people that work in the company, like, oh yeah, I forgot to set my damn alarm clock, and I was late to work, and it's all good. Be back normal time tomorrow. Yeah, it's just funny. So, oh yeah.
They give us extra late, just for daylight savings.
Don't worry, I'll stay like another hour or something. I'll skip my lunch today.
Oh my god. And Human Fan in the chat says, here in the Philippines, it's always either really dark or really bright anyway. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true. All right, so let's get to the first bit of quote-unquote sad news. Ah, yes. Yeah. Daniel Rand, the immortal Iron Fist.
Not immortal anymore.
Not immortal anymore, as Francis tweeted out. Not so immortal after all. Iron Fist has been canceled on Netflix after 2 seasons. Oh, bit of a bummer for some people. I know Jay was not too pleased. Jay, our sometimes co-host on the show, was not too pleased by this because, I think you and I agree as well, Derek. It was getting good.
I mean, I'm one of those people that I liked the season 1. I mean, it's not like it was great, but I liked it enough to watch it all, and I thought it was fine. Season 2 though was definitely a lot better, like hugely better. And yeah, when I read that article, I was like, what? I mean, it's not even that. They even admitted that, in the article that I read, was like, despite the success of this season prior to season 1, it's not going to continue. But there will be more Iron Fist, so that's just he's just gonna have cameos, dude. And I don't know. I'm just really surprised that they pulled it out. Honestly, I thought at least do the 3rd season and then stop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they set up quite a bit of stuff. Like Colleen Wing, having her own fist.
Right.
Wait, we're getting into spoiler territory real quick. Let me play the sound bite. Hold on, let me play it real quick. Nope, that's not the one. No, that's not the one either. What happened to me?
Holy spoiler
There we
alert!
go. Yeah, so spoilers, guys. We're gonna have a little bit of spoilers on this part of the show. Wow, Danny just looks so sad in this photo.
I know, dude. It's like he already knew about this. Already knew what was going on.
Yeah. So, it was just getting good, and I feel bad because I really thought they'd give it just a little bit more of a shot, because you get worse shows. Season 1 wasn't the best, but you get worse shows out there, and that kind of gave me hope, especially with how well season 2 was presented. But I guess the numbers weren't there because, well, one, they didn't advertise it as well, so that was probably an indication. You and I were just surprised, oh, it's already on. I remember we said that on, I think, one of the shows in the past, Iron Fist is back on Netflix. Okay, like I think that was an indication of how much less confident they were. And
No, yeah, exactly.
yeah, you mentioned that there's potential for him to show up on the other shows, and that
Well,
brings me to my,
exactly.
Like my next point was like he was kind of way better on Luke Cage than he was on his own shows.
Yeah, that's selfish. I mean, especially after you watch season 1, like a lot of people are kind of like, I don't really like you. You could tell the fighting was like scripted, but then you watch like the Defenders or Luke Cage, and you're like, damn, where was this Danny in the series, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, obviously they're probably gonna just keep them in like if there's a Defenders 2. But that just makes me wonder even more now. Like, are they gonna continue Luke Cage? Are they gonna continue Punisher? Are they? I don't know. Like, I thought maybe they were just gonna say we're stopping it because it was kind of catching up to Daredevil. Like Daredevil hasn't even started season 3 yet, and
Yeah.
here's Iron Fist in like 2 years. I think Daredevil's been out for like 4 or 5. No, it's been a couple years since
I
it
think
first
it's been
came out.
4 years. Yeah, because like they took
Yeah.
1 year off for the Defenders. So I think it has been 4 years. You're right.
Yeah, it's been a while, and then it's already at season 2. So I don't know. I thought they were like just kind of going fast, but like I said, yeah, huge bummer for me too, especially with that ending of season 2. You were so excited to see what was gonna happen, and then oh man, they had such good character development with the brother. God, what's his name again? Can't believe I
Ward,
can't.
dude. Ward went from the
Ward, yeah, man.
Right.
Gosh, what do you mean? Like,
Ward, he went from like
God,
the
it
worst.
just sucks so bad.
He went from like barely more tolerable than Danny in season 1 to like, why can't we get more Ward? Like they developed him so well.
Dude. I know, it's so sad. I can't even believe that. That's what I was excited to see. I'm like, right, exactly. But now, Kunlun must be put at rest, I guess.
Like the
hand one.
The hand one. The hand has taken over Netflix. Oh,
yeah,
man.
seriously, right?
Like like that's a great point. And we never really got to review season 2 of Iron Fist, which I guess we could do a little bit of now. Like I love you're right. I love the character development of Ward because he went and like they completely rewrote how you would feel about him because he got sober. He became that sympathetic character more than just that character that they made a foil for everything. Yeah. Like they did a lot. They put him in AA. Like they did so much to make him likable.
Exactly. And I like what Weesai was saying, that the guy playing Ward is a good actor. He was. That's why I liked it so much, because like exactly what you were saying in the first scene, you're kind of like, I hate this dude, man. I hate him. And the second one, you're like, man, I feel for him, man. He's like trying to be a better person, but he can't. And he's like, like one of my favorite scenes was like when he was talking to his sister. That he was like, they're trying to like hash out. He's like, you don't know how much I wanted to tell you, but I was scared. Yeah, I was like, man, that's a good scene. It's just, it just sucks to see that kind of go nowhere now. Yeah.
I mean, because season 1 also, he had like the funniest expressions. It reminded me of Fred Armisen.
yeah. He did have a lot of funny expressions though.
But like, thank you by the way for the follow, Vocalist 5. But it's I kind of hope this opens up the possibility of, because they did say Netflix is looking at less team ups, and that Defenders might not happen in the near future, which is kind of a bummer.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's kind of a bummer, but I hope we still get something along those lines. Have Danny show up in Luke Cage more, if not make him a regular fixture on Luke Cage. Maybe give Colleen and Misty a Daughters of the Dragon show, which I know a lot of people want because those two characters are kind of scene stealers whenever they're on shows.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Definitely, for sure.
And they did a good job of developing them as like, first they were snarky towards each other, and then now they're kind of like, oh, you're my best friend. Ooh.
Right. I mean, like, at first, like, maybe I thought it was a good step because shows like in the DC world, like Arrow and Flash. Like I used to watch Arrow a lot, and I don't ever watch it anymore because it's kind of developed. It kind of just got really draggy and a little too lovey-dovey. I used to watch the Flash religiously, and I stopped watching that. I mean, Marvel had a little different thing going, and so it just kind of sucks. I mean, maybe they were scared of that happening, and that's why they did it. But at least Daredevil season 3.
Daredevil season 3 looks good. So I think let's get our final thoughts on Danny Rand, and then we can talk about the new trailer for Daredevil. So like,
oh yeah,
I think if not, oh okay, so sorry, the big one of the reasons they said that Netflix might not have renewed this is because of the tensions that are happening since Disney is coming out with their own streaming platform.
Yeah.
So
oh, that's true.
There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff apparently when it comes to that, and
right.
That might be one of the reasons why Netflix decided, okay, we're not gonna do another season of Iron Fist. This is because Disney is doing their own streaming service, and that's causing tensions behind the scenes. So Netflix is seeing it as a threat, maybe, and Disney isn't backing down. They have the resources to make a streaming service work, and God forbid, God forbid they just move Iron Fist to their own streaming service. Who knows?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Or the sad thing is that they might even just what's what I'm looking for? They might just like kill it off, but then start like the new ones on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I heard there was another one I heard they were coming out with. I can't remember though off the top of my head. But I know there was like a series they were planning to bring, like it was like Marvel too. Like kind of like an underrated guy too. Yeah, I can't remember. I read it somewhere like a while ago, but it could be the case too. Might be. Was it the oh my god, Black Bolt? No, they already have that.
Oh, the Inhumans? Yeah, they've had.
They already have that. Yeah, so that's not it.
We don't talk about the Inhumans.
Yeah, I know, right? Wait, don't you mean
man.
we don't talk about the Inhumans?
Boom, and everything just shattered.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on, like, your overall thoughts on season 2 and where Danny might go, Derek?
Well, like I said, I love season 2. I thought they did a great, fantastic job with it, and I'm hoping that he'll show up in Daredevil 3. Big chance. I'm hoping, maybe like it'll kind of help him like reconnect because Danny's very spiritual out of all of them. So
yeah,
and you obviously can see in the Daredevil that he's like kind of like F Ben Affleck. I'm Ben Affleck. I mean F Matt Murdock. I don't know why I said Ben Affleck. F Matt Murdock. I'm Daredevil. So maybe he'll have like a difficulty of coming back to himself. So he needs Danny Rand.
That'd be a good thing to do. Yeah. And Danny has been torn up over what Matt told him at the end of the Defenders, so it would make sense to have Danny show up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have him be like the spiritual guide back into, hey man, you could do both. Like you could be both Matt Murdock and Daredevil.
Right.
That's a good idea. I'd be down for that. Francis in the chat said he hated Danny Rand from the start. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, that's totally fine because they made it really hard for you to like him.
Yeah, that's true.
He also said Melipnos when I brought up the picture of Fred Armisen. Do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Derek?
I haven't, dude, but I know some of the things that happen. I know.
I think you'd like it. I think it'd be bingeable for you.
My wife's been binging Parks and Recs. She just finished it. She just finished it. So I kind of been watching like here and there. Yeah, like what's happening. So great show. Chris Pratt, too. It's just you can definitely tell like when he came in, like after Guardians, he's all of a sudden just like fit and like.
What happened to you, Andy? Okay.
Yeah.
Vocalist 5 said excited for Daredevil. Yeah, we are too. Because we're about to talk about it because Daredevil.
Let's do it.
Like,
yeah,
dude, Daredevil. okay, they've released a bunch of teasers recently, and they finally released like a full-on official trailer, which I'm about to play for you. Derek, your thoughts on this? Because, man, like, twist, like, the middle of the trailer.
I know, dude. So, before I get to that twist, it's just like, man, you have to be excited for this. This Daredevil was literally the show that started all the other ones.
Yes.
It was the first Marvel like show, like Daredevil. Was it rated R? It was rated R, wasn't it? The first one.
I think it was, because there's so much blood and violence.
There was a lot of blood,
much.
yeah. And you have Kingpin coming back. Love the actor. That guy's great for Kingpin. And it's just like, man, just seeing in the trailer, like, you know, he's Kingpin doing what he does best, you know, like getting to your head, and he's like there and he's manipulating, you know. And then you see some other Daredevil at the end who has very particularly good aim. You know, so you're like, I wonder who this guy is. Which, you know, what's funny? I actually, for me, that guy, the actor, looks like the dude from Kingsman, the young guy. I don't know his actor name, but
wait, who looks like him?
The other Daredevil.
Oh, he looks like Iggy?
I mean, just from it looks like, it kind of looked like Iggy from the bottom, and it might just be my mind playing tricks on me, because before I watched the Daredevil trailer, I watched Robin Hood. So, but like,
okay.
kind of like that bottom part. Well, we're gonna see, you know, when it shows again. Yeah. But oh man, I can't wait for this to come out. I'm so excited. The thing I love about Netflix is that all the episodes come out at once too, so that's like the best.
Yeah,
and Foggy's still there. Yeah. Oh,
it really is the best, because we can just binge. I think that's
right.
the best part, is we don't have to wait weekly to find out how this happens.
Right. And there it is. This particularly great aim.
The aim.
Look,
okay,
see,
so,
look, watch. Just watch the bottom. It kind of looks like Iggy, just a little bit.
So
no, even at the end, even at the end when it says,
"Oh, okay,
I'm Daredevil," you know.
The thing with Eggsy is like Eggsy's short, so we don't really get a good look of how short the thing is, but like look how accurate that guy. Oh, there, yeah, you're right.
A little bit, right? A little tiny bit. It looks like him.
He has the weird jaw.
Yeah, it's that jaw. Yeah, but how about you, man? What are your thoughts on this? I'm sure you're excited as well.
I mean, the second this trailer came out, I looked on Netflix just in case it was already out. I didn't even wait for this part. I didn't wait for that part. I went straight up.
Straight, yeah.
Like, Weeza actually says it looks like Sebastian Stan, who I still believe should be young Luke Skywalker in a new movie.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan is pretty badass. I wouldn't mind him playing two characters in the Marvel universe. I wouldn't mind him playing a lot of characters in the Disney overall cinematic universe. But you know what, Derek? I the second I saw this trailer, I wanted to see the show already, because we have waited a long time to see Matt Murdock, Daredevil, back.
Right, exactly.
And I think just that time, having seen Jessica Jones season 2, which was a bit of a disappointment after how good season 1 was.
Yeah.
Getting all the other Defenders again, and then not getting Matt yet. Like this, I don't know if this was on purpose, but Netflix got me hyped to see this.
Oh yeah, dude. For sure.
And especially with a cliffhanger of what happened at the end of the Defenders, like.
Yeah. What happened to him, right? You want to know? How to get out?
So, yeah, like, I need to see this. And, yeah, the fact that we probably have Bullseye as the villain this season, which I think was about time.
For sure.
After that little
That's what I'm saying. I think they spoiled it, because I think a couple months, like, after season 2 came out, they were like, Bullseye cast for season 3. They never had an actor, but they said, like, Bullseye confirmed villain for season 3. I'm like, okay. And then you see, like, the accuracy. You're like, I wonder who that is. Works with Kingpin, you know.
Everything.
Yeah. I know. God damn you, media.
like you and I and the rest of our hosts here on the Geekcast, we try to hold off on things that are too spoilery. Like we choose to omit certain things, but when it's this blatant, you can't not geek out about it.
I know, right? I love that
Look at
scene. He just
that.
grabs it like he's like, who would this guy think he is? Who holding my baton? I love it.
And then he calls himself Daredevil. That is the
yeah,
most ballsy
I know,
thing.
man. I know. I can't wait, dude. That's hold on, isn't that it's October, right?
Yeah, it's in a few days actually.
Yeah. So hopefully I should be able to binge that.
Yes.
I will
Yes.
probably all in one night. I'm gonna have to put the stream off or see. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could do that. Can we like stream and then like watch?
As long as you're not showing the content itself, then you could like have a watch along. You could have like a watch
see,
along with people.
It was just weird because I've seen some streamers like watching football games too. Just kind of a side note. I thought it was
Like
weird.
Tim? Tim the Tap Man?
Yes. Yes.
So Tim has a deal with the NFL to do that.
Whoa, that's so sick.
Right? Like, okay,
Oh
so yeah,
man.
for those of you who don't know, Tim
Wow.
the Tap Man is a Twitch streamer. He plays like Overwatch, Fortnite. He's
Yeah,
played
he's
World of
hilarious.
Warcraft, so
No,
he's
yeah, I love
awesome.
that guy, dude. He's one of the top one of the streamers I watch like regularly. He's so funny, dude.
Yeah, and that's why the NFL approached him to have like a stream because no
That's
one
so
gets
crazy.
to do that. No one because it's kind of piracy. So the NFL had
No,
to
yeah.
deal with Tim.
Right.
Yeah. So the NFL had to deal with Tim so that he could stream and kind of like talk over the live stream of the games, the NFL games he was watching, and it was the first ever of its kind that was legal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, I know. I just noticed that. I'm like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, shouldn't that be illegal? I was like, if I did that, because I like looked at it and it was kind of the first thing that popped in my head was like, that's smart. Like, why did I not think about that? But then I'm like, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I was saying. That I wish I could do that with you guys at Daredevil, but I know it's just a black screen. Oh my god, you just hear stuff going on. Oh, what? Oh. Just have us like doing the action scenes, like. Yeah, he's so funny. Oh, I can't wait to watch it, man. That's really exciting. I can't
That's
wait.
cool. It's cool.
And they always
And-
Daredevil's always had that like cinematic, like beauty. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you're watching a movie every episode. I love it.
it's Netflix's magic. Like they're just
Right,
so good at
exactly.
that.
Dude. I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Vocalist5 in the chat says, I would love to see a Stick episode. Yeah, like bring Stick back. He didn't really die, did he? Like, if I recall correctly.
Oh,
Did he?
yeah. I don't think he did.
Did he die in the Defenders? Someone let us know. Did
I
Elektra
don't
finally
think
finish
he
him?
did, dude. Hold on.
Did we see him die
I
on
thought he
camera?
just got really badly hurt. Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't know what to believe. Elektra supposedly died too, but she did. You know?
Ah, man.
Man, Elektra though.
What are the
Woo!
weaker points?
That's
in
a
the
lot of
Defenders?
woman right there. Sorry. Man.
Oh, Francis in the chat says, I'm sure if Derek reenacted the fight scenes in Daredevil Season 3, it'd still be better than Iron Fist.
Oh, Bird! That was Bird, man. Oh, I know you're just saying that because I have a lot of skills. I'm honored.
I mean, you're not called a sensei for nothing, Derek.
I know. Who do you think trained the immortal Irish? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. So you are from Kunlun? Is that what you're saying?
Or did I make Kunlun with my bare hands? So I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Just kind of make my own show. I just appear in like every show. You just see me standing there with my sensei shirt, like every time the camera pans, just stare at it, like, hey.
Oh man. Okay. Let's move on real quick.
Hell
We
yeah.
still have a lot to talk about, and we still got to get to the Dragon Prince and Venom. The Mandalorian. So John Favreau the other week tweeted, Instagram this hashtag Star Wars, hashtag The Mandalorian. For those of you listening to the podcast, it says on his Instagram image, it's kind of like the title card for Star Wars movies.
Oh, it's
where,
awesome.
Yeah, the crawler, but not distorted. It says The Mandalorian. After the stories of Django and Boba Fett. Sorry, I'm not doing this right. The Mandalorian. After the stories of Django and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travails of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. Boba, hide!
You know what's so funny? I was trying to do backup music, but already the kid music is playing in the
All
background.
right. I should have muted that. That was awesome, though.
No, I didn't
Thank
even
you.
realize no, the two and two put together. I'm like, wait, that is already Star Wars background music. Why am I doing?
I should have. That's genius, though. That's genius. Thank you for that.
Right?
Thank you
It
for
just
that.
so happened to work.
It did. It really did. Yeah. So Jon Favreau is working on the show, The Mandalorian, which is
Can't wait for
set
this.
it's set to be on Disney's streaming service, which I want to get now.
Good job, Disney. Good damn job. Another streaming service I must subscribe to monthly. Damn it.
Damn. Right.
Hopefully it's cheap. Yeah.
Hopefully, man. Like, so what do you think of this? Like, we got a shot of his gun.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. And I kind of like, they're not doing too much of like spoiling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had the nice teaser at like, was that Comic-Con when they first showed it?
Oh, really?
I thought they did, or was that was it a different con? I know they had the teaser, right? It was just the helmets, right?
Might have been.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I like when shows like or directors choose to not like show a lot, so you don't expect something. That way, like you know what it is. We know it's Star Wars. We expect it to be good. So I'm really excited to see this come out. I mean,
Yeah,
look
so
at
here-
that
I
picture
think it's the
alone,
image you
man.
were talking about.
A lot of you can tell the money being put into it. It's probably going quite a bit of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Human Panda says, "Oh crap, did my message get in?" I'm not sure, Human Panda.
I'm not sure either. Yeah.
Francis says, "I thought I heard the midichlorian." Thankfully, you did not. That's that's the ER/Grey's Anatomy hospital procedural that's coming out later next year. The midichlorian.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks badass. And to be clear,
It does, dude.
this isn't Django or Boba. This is someone else at the era post Battle of Yavin.
Another bounty hunter.
Sorry, Battle of Endor. And yeah, it's a different bounty hunter, a different Mandalorian. Based on Derek, did you get to play KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic?
I started a little bit. That's not the newer one, right? That's the old one. No, I played
That's the
shorter.
original one from BioWare. Okay. Like
Oh no. So you're talking about the old one,
the one with Revan.
like with. Yes, and with Darth Plagueis. Not Darth Plagueis. Oh my God, Derek.
Malak.
No, I'm not talking about. Sorry. Oh my God, it's my favorite one, Neelis.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
KOTOR 2. Yeah. So like this kind of brings back memories of those games because they had a Mandalore. So is this guy trying to be like this generation's Mandalore? Like I would not mind. That would be pretty cool.
Well, I'm wondering too because I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Star Wars already confirmed about them making a Boba Fett movie. So is this supposed to be kind of like a warm up for it? Maybe.
It might be.
Like I heard that was the next. Like you have Han Solo, your Rogue One. Like I heard Boba Fett was gonna be the next one, but then again, we had that news like a couple weeks ago. We talked about them slowing things down, so we never know.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So.
Right.
But
But that'd be kind of cool though if he like kind of hinted him in there, like he just kind of made an appearance or something.
yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like,
Yeah.
I just need. Well, I mean, he'd be like fresh out of the Sarlacc pit. Like,
No,
dude,
right.
imagine him like being sought out by this Mandalorian, and then he's just like old and beat up and like, I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this shit.
I know, right? I know. Or he just he's like the leader of all of them or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm man. More Star Wars is always a good thing.
Always good thing. Yes, definitely.
As critically not well received as the past two movies have been, more Star Wars is always good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
okay. Yeah, like I think this will make me get the streaming service for Disney because
Oh yeah, I'm probably definitely gonna get it. There's probably gonna be one with few commercial ads and one with no commercial ads, but just be like Netflix, okay? Just no commercials at all. That's the beauty of Netflix, dude. It's like I had Hulu for a little bit, but I don't know. I like the thing about those streaming services is that like how much I pay for cable, it's almost better to get Hulu.
Yeah.
Because Hulu now is like has the even for NFL, they even sports channels, they have like a sports thing.
Oh,
you know
really?
what I mean? It's like the main reason why I have cable is for internet and sports. Like
Yeah,
I don't watch
exactly.
HBO unless Game of Thrones is out, obviously. But you know what I mean? I'm paying like so much a month. I'd rather just be paying like a little bit to just. Well, why not? Taking over. Cable is gonna be dead.
Cable's gonna be dead, and then they're just gonna find a way to make internet streaming.
Dude,
and use
seriously,
cable.
I'm like, I can't wait to see how the world will be like when our kids, or when we have kids, if you have kids, are our age, and we're older.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Just think like when you were younger, man. Like we had a Game Boy and Nintendo, an S or a NES,
Yeah.
dude, and now we have virtual reality. It's like insane to think about like that little amount of time, how
Like,
it has evolved.
Just the thought of being able to play video games at home, but with each other. You know, like
I know, right?
connected.
Exactly.
Man, technology is so awesome.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
I know.
Oh man, like, so yeah, we're getting like a lot of. I want to breeze through a bunch of these. Like, we're getting a lot of trailers nowadays because it's that season. Aladdin's live action trailer actually got me pretty hopeful.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good. Let's see. Good Omens has a trailer which focuses on Crowley and what's his name, Aziraphale. So those look good. Or that looks good. Aquaman got an extended trailer.
Hell yeah, we can't wait to watch that. So
Are you excited
sad
for
to
Aquaman?
see. Yeah, I'm excited for Aquaman. Not excited for the DC universe right now, but like the cinematic universe. But Aquaman, yeah, I was looking forward to Aquaman. My wife is a huge fan of Jason Momoa, so that's gonna be great for me.
Yeah, you just heard it back
I know. God, I know, like that scene, like when he goes, he's like, "Permission to come aboard." She's like, "Damn!" I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna close your eyes. Every time he takes his shirt off, which is like the whole movie, probably. You know?
Oh my god.
Really excited to watch that. Oh yeah,
It's looking better. We finally got a good look at his full Aquaman costume.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exciting.
Vocalist 5 in the chat says Aladdin looks good, and then Monster Plays 13. Hey, is asking who is Jasmine. So the girl playing Jasmine in the live action Aladdin movie, Hasmin, is the Pink Ranger from the new Power Rangers movie, the most recent Power Rangers movie.
Oh, you know what? I'm sad to say I still have not watched that. I need to watch it.
I mean, you're not missing out.
Really? Wancho says it's really good. So same guy also said Iron Fist was the worst thing he's ever watched. So I don't really know. But I mean, oh yeah, we'll see it.
I have a Power Ranger shot.
Oh, there she is. Oh, it's not bad.
Kimberly. I think she's of Middle Eastern descent, like
I got you.
Mediterranean descent. So
Perfect.
she's got the looks. Vocalist 5 said she hot. She is quite attractive. she has like a scene where she takes her top off in Power Rangers because she goes for like.
Oh god, I thought you were saying Aladdin. I was like, really?
Oh, Jafar.
I definitely went to how I'd like to go into her cave of wonders. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. PG show.
Speaking of which, Cave of Wonders looks really good from the trailer.
Okay.
Surprising. That was like the thing. I was like, okay, they did a good job. It looks good.
That's true, because with the past live action shows, or live action movies, you kind of have to you have to put you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit because it still looks very CG. But even though it's CG, you're kind of like, okay, this looks great. Like, it's got like a little bit of style to it. Like the whole movie is shot in a way where you kind of separated from like 100% realism the whole time, which kind of works in its favor.
I'm kind of scared.
Oh, really?
Well, not for Aladdin. Aladdin's fine, but just imagine like all these Disney's has this thing going on now where it's like a trend of live action movies.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, do not judge me, it was The Little Mermaid.
No judgment.
Okay.
No judgment.
I had a huge crush on Ariel when I was little. Possibly still do now.
Your first exposure to a bikini. Understandable.
Right, but then just imagine how freaky that would be in live action. A crab, bro, that talks. And it's just a fish. Like, you know, if you put a real fish, like flounder, and Sebastian a crab, how creepy would that look? Like, I don't know. But
I hear you.
You have to make The Little Mermaid. Come on, like.
I think they are. If I'm not mistaken, it's
Oh,
already in
man.
the works.
We'll see, like Lion King. I know they're doing the live action. That will look good.
Yes,
This will look good. There's not too many animals in here where you're not like freaked out. You know, the parrot. Okay, I'm talking parrot.
Yeah, I'll go.
We already talking anyways. Not really that. And the monkeys. That won't be bad.
Jasmine
I'm just
Tiger.
a little worried for fish, dude. That will look creepy. We'll see though when that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm just a little worried.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I was saying, Jasmine Tiger, we don't have to worry that much about that because they have some experience with it with Shere Khan, so we should be okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, and I agree with you and Panda. Like Jungle Book was amazing. They did a great job, and they're making another one, Mowgli. But I liked it. Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed that all this turns out good.
Always fingers crossed.
We talked about Aquaman. We also have a look at Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, for the CW crossover that's happening this season. She looks good. She looks great.
She does.
We had a hard time talking about her when the
I
news
remember
broke.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So, we were like, yeah, it's great for the community.
Yeah.
No, but like
Show
she
more
looks
pictures
great.
of her. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to this because from what I hear, like, you know, people are really doubting Ruby Rose's acting chops, but I think she could prove them wrong. Like, CW doesn't necessarily require the strongest actors, but they always bring out the best dramatically from the actors that they hire. Like Grant Gustin, you know, he was from Glee. Like, people thought, him. And then he's turned out to be quite a revelation to the point that some people wanted him in the movie universe of DC, you know, the extended universe.
I know. I even heard Stephen Amell, because when Arrow came out, I was a huge fan of Stephen Amell. The guy with like 0% body fat and just amazing, you know. But he was just like, I remember in an interview, he was upset. He goes, you know what? I honestly, he goes, it's not even about me. He goes, I don't care that I'm not part of the DC movie. But he goes, but he's like, but Grant, because that guy's show has literally surpassed mine in the first 2 seasons, and for them to not even offer it, he said that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And I agree. I personally, nothing against the actor. I don't like the acting choice he chose for Flash. I don't think he's the right guy
Ezra Miller.
at all. Yeah, and Ezra's good. He's a great actor. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Flash. But yeah.
Like the wrong character. Kind of like how they picked Ryan Reynolds for Green Lantern. Like not the right actor. Like great actor, but not the right one for the role. Like
yeah.
So yeah. I'm hoping this goes well, and there's talk that if it does, she'll have her own show. So, you know, fingers crossed.
That'll be good.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. That should be another one of our shirts, fingers crossed, because we're so hopeful.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Another real quick tidbit. Todd McFarlane wants children to cry at his Spawn movie. So that's a thing, I guess.
Fun fact for all those, since we're going to be talking about Venom, you know, Todd McFarlane was actually one of the first, I think, writers of Venom, but he was like, it was too dark, so they took him off, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Kind of crazy to believe, but that's definitely true. And
you see the similarities
Spawn
with the characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Venom's
Narnia is going to be on Netflix. Because Netflix acquired the rights.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for them.
That's awesome.
Which is better because there's a lot of Narnia books. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to have a series.
Yeah, it fits the Netflix schedule better than a movie schedule. Because
you'll
get older by the time you get to the end.
Right. And I like there's They're even doing that with Lord of the Rings too, aren't they? They're making a series on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah. Oh no, Amazon.
that's good.
Amazon. We talked about that.
Amazon. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
And then, lastly, to transition into the whole Venom review,
Oh.
Spider-Geddon is something happening in the Marvel Comics. This is where it's like a continuation of Spider-Verse, which is a crossover they had with every single Spider-Man of the past, from the the Japanese TV show that had the mech that had its own Zord, to Spider-Pig and all that. They're bringing all these Spider-Men and women back for Spider-Geddon, and it'll be the debut of the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man, the comic book debut of the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse looks really good too.
Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm a fan of the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man, so...
Yeah, really fun. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so, Derek, my brother, it is time to talk about... Oh, let me bring down the music. It's time to talk
Before
about
we
Venom.
get into this, hold on. Just keep...
All right, so,
Hold on.
guys, as a reminder, all our shows are available on Stitcher, on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. You can check us out there if you want to listen to us on the go, especially if you don't have data to, while you're on the go. You can also listen to us on Spotify now. We are on Spotify. So just Google or just search for the Quit Stalling Geekcast or our video game podcast, Game Bite, on Spotify. So check it out. We're available there and anywhere that you might need to listen to podcasts. You're right, Derek? Oh!
Yeah,
oh,
had to change shirts, we're going to go into it. Might as well.
Let's see what you did there. All right, guys.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's talk about... Oh, wait. Let me get it. Let's talk about movie recaps.
Yeah.
We are Venom.
Yeah,
Yes!
that'd be funny. Venom. Yeah.
Venom. All right, so guys, let's talk about Venom. The smash box office hit that broke records for October. Turns out it's a movie that's made the most money on its initial release in October. Is that right? Like they've broken records for making the most money an opening weekend in October. Because usually
Strange
October's
release
kind of a dull
date,
month.
strange of a month, but good job.
I guess they didn't want to compete with other like potential hard hitters.
No, I agree, dude. When you put movies in the same area as other movies come out, I feel bad for every other movie that's in the month of Avengers. That
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna get buried.
It's hard. Exactly. So they're smart for that.
That's very
Good job,
true.
Sony.
All right, so Derek, man, I want to start off by saying that the director for Venom went out and said that they had no plans to have Tom Holland and his version of Spider-Man appear in this movie. Like, it was never an option, apparently.
Yeah, right. I knew that even watching it. A lot of people were surprised they didn't see this on his chest, but I know that they talked about they didn't want Spider-Man at all in this universe, which that's the only thing that scared me watching it at first, because I'm like, okay, Spider-Man had the biggest, if not the most, impact on the symbiote.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the fact that he wasn't in this movie was a little scary, but nonetheless, I still think they did a great job.
Okay, so you like the movie. Let's establish that.
Yeah, so here, I'll give my full opinion of the movie.
Okay,
so
go for it.
I might be a bias. Long story short, I love the movie. Watched it twice. I am probably biased because Venom's my favorite comic book character of all time. But a lot, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely scared going into it because of a lot of people in the Philippines watched it before I did, and they give me spoiler free stuff. They're like, it was meh. They're like, it was meh. The story was okay. I'm like, okay. So I watched it, and a lot of reviews on Rotten Tomatoes were like, this is not the superhero movie you're looking for. Those I buried those because it's not supposed to be a superhero movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I get it. And watching it, I thought it was good enough. But I think what the thing was is that a lot of people saw Marvel. When you first watch it, you see Marvel, you see Stan Lee's cameo. You automatically put Black Panther, all those movies, Captain America. You put that under that label, and once you see that Marvel Studios, you know what I mean? Well, not studios, just the Marvel logo in general. So I think when people see that, they expect something grand. But they got to remember, like,
Yeah.
Sony's the one who made this. Like, if you compare this to Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's almost like there, like with it, like the one with Andrew Garfield, because it was Sony as well. But I liked it just because my main issue was Venom and Eddie Brock's their banter, because in the comics, like that's the most important thing, and I feel like Tom did a fantastic job of that, and just seeing how like funny and clever it was, I fell in love with the movie, and just the CGI was good enough for me. I like seeing, and yeah, you know what? I feel like Sony did a little bit of they kind of hinted some web slinging a little bit in there. A little bit.
You think so? You think so?
Like, there's times when he actually, when he was falling off the building, he grabbed the pole, but it looked like web. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like they kind of hinted it. But yeah, man, I think, like I said, Venom, for a Venom movie, I thought it was good. The story could have definitely been written better. I didn't personally feel the villain was menacing that much, but I was a little upset that they killed off the other symbiotes
so quickly.
I was expecting, because I think it was the first Venom comics. He fights like 5 symbiotes, and they kind of hinted that. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. And then you find out it's just Riot. You're like, oh, okay, well, it's not bad.
It's not the
But
best.
yeah, like I
it's
said, I didn't feel it venomy, or I didn't feel the guy menacing. But then again, like the back of my head, I think maybe they didn't want to do that, because Venom is also a bad guy. If you look at it, it's an anti-hero. So you don't want someone to kind of menace Venom, because that'd be weird. You know what I mean? Because Venom's like already creepy. But oh yeah, man, I loved all the Venom scenes, the head eating parts. Oh man, I thought it was great. Like, the banter between those two. He's like, yeah, how the body's there? Why? How bodies for the heads? Yeah, how bodies, body heads. I was like, oh man, just like the comics, dude. Just kind of like bone chilling a little bit, and definitely better than Spider-Man 3's Venom. I'll tell you that.
Oh snap! Yeah, they wrote.
How about you, man? You watched it too. I want to hear what your thoughts as well.
Okay, so I agree that it's not the best written movie.
Right.
But Tom Hardy tried his best. Like, this guy is such a good actor. Like, if you put someone else in the Venom seat, like, they might not have been able to do so well with the script they were given.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it. Like, I was more okay with it. Yeah, because I think, like, basically the writing, like what you said, I think the writing could have been done so much better.
Oh yeah. It should have been rated R.
It should. I think that would have helped quite a bit if they had more license to make it a bit more of a thriller than it turned out to be. Because they kind of went sort of DC with it, where they tried to go goofy, and it kind of comes out a little more confused than it could have been. Because Tom Hardy's such a confident character, but at the same time, the way he portrays Eddie Brock as this like guy who's just trying to get by, and there's a lot of elements to his acting where he's scared of the man, he's scared of the company. He does that so well, but they don't play to it. His confidence gets shattered, which they could have like explored so much. They didn't focus on Brock as much as I wanted them to. Like, it was more of like the outer shell of who he is, and there was no depth to him. And they tried to do that by bringing in a romantic interest, but it was just more of a distraction than anything. They didn't really do much with that either. They made that a comedic foil as well, where her boyfriend's kind of funny, and like It's like they were figuring it out as they went along. Like, everything that seemed interesting as they were shooting it is what they focused on.
Right.
So, like, I think there's a lot of potential, but they didn't get to explore it. And, and again, Tom Hardy is such a great actor. Like, he does the voice for Venom, which you'd be surprised at, because it's
I
so
know,
different.
right? Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
what do you mean? This the same guy that played Bane, you know what I mean? Like, this guy just has it,
Yeah. Like, he's so versatile, actually. And
I know, dude. It's insane.
He's not overrated, but he's not he's kind of underrated, but the fact that other people in his circle know how good he is kind of puts him in a weird spot of how good Tom Hardy is.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I liked a lot about this movie, but the annoying thing is I didn't like a lot more because it starts off so slow. When if they started out like really quick, like the way it was in the middle would have been so much better because they ended up having to rush the end. So
right.
Yeah. So like,
and that's what a lot of my friends said too. Yeah, the pacing was really slow in the beginning. The middle is when it starts to pick up.
But it's fun to watch in the sense that you could just go have fun. Like if you don't expect it to be the next great Marvel movie, you can have fun.
Right, right, exactly.
And I think if they get like a better writer for this, for the next one, or better writers, a better writing room, I think it has a lot of potential. Because what happened to it was it became kind of like the Blade of modern superhero movies.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, like where the guy himself, like Wesley Snipes, has like acts out the character really well, but the fact that the writing was confused didn't help. And I wanted this to be like, I was one of those people that wanted it to be so much more, but at the same time I knew what we were gonna get.
Right, because it's Sony, and we kind of saw what we could possibly get with Amazing Spider-Man, and right, I totally agree.
It really felt like a Sony film, and
no, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, if you give Tom Hardy to Marvel, imagine how much better Kevin Feige could move this. Like, imagine what direction, because. Yeah, also Riot and his connection to what's his name, Bodhi, the guy who played Bodhi in Rogue One.
Yeah,
like, it just felt forced as well. Like, oh, you're bad,
yeah.
I'm bad. Like, let's be.
We'll work together. Yeah, like just automatically doesn't struggle like Eddie was like eating live things. He just was cool right away.
So
no, that's why it's definitely That's why I think that's why I was a little biased, because for me, like. It's sad because for me, loving Venom as much as I do, I would watch Spider-Man 3 knowing how bad it was just to see Venom, because I'm like, that's the only thing I have of him right now. Like, that's all I have. And I have the comics and I have the cartoon, but it's nice to see it in a movie. You know what I mean? It's nice to see it like CGI. And then when I see this was a gigantic leap over that. And I'm like, Venom looks good. The size is perfect. Yeah. Eddie's not a scrawny dude. Tom Hardy's buff mother effer. He's buff as hell, dude, and he's just. And the banter was perfect, which I liked because they didn't have any of that banter in the Spider-Man. But like, I think changing it to R would make it really good. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they're contracted for 3 movies. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, and then of course the second one's probably going to be him versus Carnage. I think the move they need to do as Sony is make it rated R, but I don't know if they will because it's Sony, and I don't know if they had done like hero rated R movies.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I'm not really like familiar with the Sony like movie trend, that's why. But then again, what I think is gonna happen, which is really sad to think about, is the same thing that happened with Spider-Man, dude. Andrew Garfield I thought he was great Spider-Man, but then all of a sudden MCU takes over. Takes Spider-Man. They had the contract. They put him in there, and they did a smart thing. They passed all the origin of Spider-Man. He already had his powers.
Yeah.
You don't see Uncle Ben get shot again. You don't cry again. You don't see all these things happen, and he just has it. So I honestly think what's gonna happen is the next 2 movies, or maybe one if it doesn't do good, it's gonna be great. But then they're gonna have another Venom that they're gonna want to integrate. And it's just gonna be another actor, which is gonna be sad. I think that's what's gonna happen, dude. And but that way, he's gonna have like the Spider-Man, because as good as the movie was, dude, you need Spider-Man. Like, it's sad, but you really need him, because, the symbiote was like in love with Spider-Man. Like, I even in comics, dude, like when they try to get Eddie to come back, they have Spider-Man literally taunt the symbiote, "Hey, come back to me. I want you back now," and he'll just go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like. It's because it's just a base, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure, I think too, which is weird. Spoiler alert for those who don't read like Venom a lot, but it was funny. Like, you find out that Clintar, like the planet, it's not actually a planet. it's like, dude, there's like a symbiote god. I forget his name.
Oh wow.
And the planet is literally symbiotes encasing him in the middle. Like it's just a giant web of symbiotes. Yeah, and he's like, and he basically just like twists everything. Like, oh no, symbiotes were really bad, but they're telling everyone they actually have good nature because they want to cover it up. But then that one symbiote, Venom, when it went to Spider-Man, they liked him so much that all the other symbiotes had the traits of Spider-Man, like web slinging, spider sense. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important to have that, but they don't.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, but like then again, like I said, for like how they kind of like twisted it was not bad.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
Yeah. Like it could have
Yeah.
worked. You know, like there was so many
No, yeah, right, yeah,
minor things that they could have added that would have made this totally work, and then have it set up to maybe a meet to Spider-Man eventually. And yeah, I think you're right. Like if they have someone else do Venom in the MCU so that they can start fresh, I think I've said this before on the show. Tom Hardy wouldn't make a bad Wolverine because he's got
he
that,
definitely wouldn't, dude.
He's got
He
like
definitely
that
would. Yeah,
stockiness.
Oh yeah, he got that anger too, dude. He can definitely like just, yeah. I mean, that he's a great actor, man. That's why I was happy that the role didn't kill him like as an actor, which is
Oh yeah.
I thought he did the Eddie Brock thing really good. That was like my number one critique of Spider-Man 3 was like, dude, you picked the scrawniest dude. Eddie Brock is like the comics, dude. He's like insanely huge, like.
Yeah,
And that's another thing
thought,
too. They could take the new Venom and make it Agent Venom, because they already introduced Flash Thompson in a couple movies.
Yeah.
So it's just like they might.
I'm not
I
a
don't
fan
know.
of the Flash in the MCU though. I'm not a fan of
Agent Venom.
no of what's his name? The guy who plays Flash in.
Oh, the actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, don't make him Agent Venom. But then when Sony took that Andrew Garfield, I was like, okay, there's restart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing.
Tony
It kind of sucks
Revolori.
too. Yeah, and the thing that sucks too is there's also a possibility Venom is not like that popular. That's why when I heard a movie was coming out, I'm like, damn, dude, that's awesome. He's not not a lot of people like Venom. There's a good fan base, but like it's not like Spider-Man. It's not like even Daredevil. You would think is a minor, but like the fan base for Daredevil is like a lot bigger. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah. So.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I know,
can't-
dude. I was like, what?
This guy would not
It's
join
like-
the army. This guy would not join the
I
army.
know, and it's like I'm no offense. It's the same thing we've always talked about. It's nothing with the race. I am happy that they're trying to break
Oh yeah.
barriers, but like
And even-
you gotta like if you're gonna make him in like in the comics like an American white male, like you have to stick to that. You know what I mean?
And like, I mean, he's not the jock type where you could be like, yeah, he'd be an Agent Venom. Like,
I know he's like a Richie boy. Like my dad, right? His dad got him a car. And like this is Flash. When they said that, I opened my ears like, hold on. They said something else. They didn't say Flash. And I'm like, oh my god, they did say Flash. Oh my
probably
God.
the weakest part, like the weakest casting of the MCU is Flash Thompson.
Oh no, wait a minute though. Didn't they? I swear, at Homecoming, didn't they say like he took his dad's name?
Oh really?
I thought. Hold on, or like stop trying to
I'll
be
have
your
to
dad.
rewatch it.
Yeah. I
have to
thought that was.
rewatch
I
it.
think that's what saved it, or either
Chat,
that or
let us
someone
know.
told me that.
Yeah,
Yes,
let
chat.
us
If you guys know about that, please let us know.
All right. But yeah, so man, lastly, Woody Harrelson as spoilers
Carnage, yes.
again, yeah, as Carnage in the post credits. What did you think of him?
I like Woody Harrelson a lot,
Yes.
and I saw the articles prior to the movie saying that he was casted for in the movie, and a lot of people already assumed he was going to be Venom or Carnage. Excuse me. I didn't like what they chose with the wig style, but looked kind of
yeah.
weird. Looked kind of
Is-
weird to me. I think he'd be a great Cletus Cassidy,
Yeah,
but like I said, we would have to see. I just didn't kind of like how they did that line. That kind of bothered me.
oh yeah, could have
No.
chosen.
There's gonna be carnage. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, really, that's kind of cheesy. It's not like he says, I'm gonna affect you like Venom. Like,
Yeah.
he should just. I thought they were gonna be like, what's your name? Cletus. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that alone, like, will let you
Yeah.
know by saying carnage. See, now I don't know. Does he have carnage? Is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Because he says, "When I get out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he says like, "When I get out of here," like he is.
It was too much. It was too on the nose.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a big fan because there was a big fan theory back in the day when the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was out, the classics.
He's classic now.
But that's what I always say. Like Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man, and then Tom Holland kind of has a little bit of both, which is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why they might do the same thing. Yeah, right. And they might do the same thing with Venom. But then again, so there was always a fan theory that Jim Carrey was going to play Carnage, and I thought, dude, he would be so perfect, dude, to play Carnage because he's like a psycho guy, like he's a crazy guy. But I can't imagine. Every time I see Woody, I think of like Zombieland, Hunger Games. You know what I mean? Like
a guy that you can like.
Right. And now it's like, but we'll have to see. Like I said, he seems like a great actor, so I think he can pull it off. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think, like, going back to the scene where Brock interviews him, like, he could have just even put up a pen in the pad and been like, so, Cletus Cassidy. And then it just cuts to him with a smile.
Right. Damn, man. Can you direct a movie, please? I know. Well, like you have people who knew, like when they saw, like when I saw the prison, I'm like, okay, I know where he's going. Yeah. Obviously.
And it was like maximum security. Like he was like isolating everything. Yeah.
Even the security guard. Hey, Red. Guy here to see you. I'm like, oh.
Like come on, man.
Yeah. Right.
It's too much. But yeah. Hopefully, I
was gonna say I hate about movies. Yeah, where they do that.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
We're not that dumb, Sony. We're not.
I know. Just imagine the main like, you know what? If you guys don't figure out my symbiote, I'm gonna cause a riot. it's like that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine him saying that. I would immediately walk into the theater like, okay, awkward's out. I'm out.
Or like when he was in the control room, with all the people.
I know, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna start a riot. So dumb.
And the sad thing is that movies do that, dude. Like that's why I didn't like that last line. It's gonna be carnage. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So the next movie, right?
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Let's make it a good one, guys. Let's make it a good one. Let's not waste both Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson. Come on. You spent the money on the actors. Spend it on good writers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of good writing, Derek, we had a little bit of a glimpse of the potential of the Dragon Prince.
The Dragon Prince, yes.
So we've it's been like 2-3 weeks since we watched this because we've been planning to talk about this for a while. My initial impression on this was, the first few episodes. I was like, okay, it's slow. I wish they'd pick up the pace. But eventually, you get to a point where you're kind of hooked. You're interested and you want to see where this goes.
Right. Exactly.
So let's start off with you. What did you think of? Francis in the chat says her accent still bothers me. Because she's a Scottish.
That's what I was gonna talk about
elf.
too. Yeah, she's a Scottish elf. I don't know what you mean. I'm not. I have 4 fingers. I don't have 5.
She's got 4 fingers.
And I always thought that was definitely different. And the art style alone is something to get used to. It's a different. You know what I mean? It's almost like sluggish, but it's not. Like the way they drew the art, but like you said, at first I'm like, okay, it's gonna take a little while to get used to. Then you kind of get hooked. The story's good, and it is a little bit like you can feel the drag. But then you're like, I kind of like how they're at least taking the attention to detail, and they're learning. You see the characters are like getting stronger and stronger. They're working together, and I like it's different, man. It's just like the main guy is like the funny guy.
Yeah.
You usually have like. It's like the sidekick, like Sokka. This is the writers from Avatar, right? Exactly. They as a side guy, but like it's like the main guy. Dude, I honestly like hearing. I always want to call him Ezra for some reason. It's not Ezra. But hearing him Yeah, the main guy, right? Is it Callum?
Yeah,
Callum.
Callum.
When I hear Callum, I always think of Sokka, just like the humor he has. Like, what move we're gonna do? We're gonna do the whoosh what I forgot. That was funny, right?
Whoosh,
He's like,
bang, flash.
Yeah, whoosh, bang. Yeah, wind. That was like so funny, and I'm like, dude, that's right there. You can just tell it's Avatar writing, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was so funny. I will say that damn toad is ugly, but a little weird. Bait is a weird kind of thing. Like, but like, just watch, dude. Like in the next season, he's gonna like digivolve into something like crazy or something. He's just gonna like morph, dude, and just be like, oh yeah, dude, it's so interesting. And it's like the bad guys even kind of have that like funny twist, dude. It's like so Avatar, which I love, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You had Jesus, man. Even in Avatar, you had the bad guys, but you see like funny sides of them. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
And it's like the girl, like the brother, the sister. Which is her name? God, dude, it's Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah, dude, she's funny. She's kind of like the ditzy like witch. And she's like, oh, we can go up there, and she's like, yeah. It's just kind of funny to see. You have like their dad is like so serious, and like they're both funny.
My God.
I love
Yeah,
it,
they're
dude.
both like very lighthearted and like they're kind of like the army brats where they're like the opposite of their dad who's like super serious and they try to cut the tension with like humor.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it'll be good if they like age, because I think Ezran will be like a really pivotal piece in the show, dude. Like you find out, spoiler alert, that he like can hear animals talking, dude.
I was so like, what?
I know. At first, I'm like, oh, okay, they're just saying like kid imagination. And he's like, no, like I literally hear it talking. We're like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is cool. Like you could talk to the dragon. That scene was cool too, man. At the end,
I'm
like,
gonna be
dude,
honest. I was a little eye rolly with his power at first, and then like when they explored it and kind of like gave more detail, I was like, okay, I can see how this could work for the plot.
No, right, exactly. I mean, think about it. They had that dragon, like as a hatchling, dude. Like
Yeah,
they were gonna be with that thing, yeah, like forever. Like for probably most of the show, they're gonna be with it.
Yeah.
You can tell the story's gonna be a little bit longer, and you can definitely tell it's Avatar at the beginning. It's like book one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. Oh yeah, man. I hope we see these guys age a little bit. Like I said, Ezra, I think would be a good like a pivotal piece, especially when he can like maybe he'll come to a point where he can command animal.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
cool.
a cool power. Yeah, that's a cool power. Like,
And I'm
like
sad. Yeah, exactly. Juancho hasn't watched this yet, and he loves mages, dude, and he loves funny guys, and I'm like, dude, like the main guy's like a mage, pretty much. Like, see, that's what I'm saying too. They hint like, oh, that's weird. You can use the stone so easily. You know what I mean? Like his heritage, man. He's like a mage, dude. Like that's why it's like,
Like,
oh, man.
So that's one thing I want to bring up. So I'll get to the attention to detail in a bit. But I thought they were hinting at, I mean, they still might be, that I thought Callum was the Dragon Prince. Like somehow. Like
right. Yeah, exactly.
Like that happened. It was, I was a little confused by the end where there was actually an egg and it hatched. So I'm still super interested where it'll go.
Right. For all we know, he could be. You know, it could be like a twist. Like, you know, what does that note say? I like what Francis said though. Aunt Amaya though.
Okay, so
Bay.
Aunt Amaya was like, oh wow. I'm interested.
Amaya.
The way she's drawn, like there's something about her. It's super,
I know.
It's super like, and she's strong. You know, it's attractive. It's so attractive.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's just sad because I feel like it's those characters that like something tragic always happens to them, dude.
Oh no.
And that's the thing too about this, like you think it's like a kid show. It's fairly dark for a show, dude.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, like literally, spoiler alert again, the prince dies, or the king dies, like right away, or I don't know if he dies. Let's obviously assume that. It's assumed that Viren put him in the freaking bird.
Because like
you know
his what's her name's elbow thing, forearm thing, kind of faded away. The band,
Yeah, and
the oath thing. Yeah.
I thought that was cool at the end though when the dragon just bit it off. Like, damn, okay, these dragons obviously have something about them that's like
Yeah.
like magical. Like that thing just like, oh, it's hurting. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Cute dragon, by the way. I loved how the writers were like, the dragon can only be born in the eye of a storm. I'm like, damn, that sounds sick.
That's
like,
badass.
You know what I mean? I know, right? Like a dragon egg in the eye of a storm, dude. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Francis has a good point. Because of Ezrin's power, maybe he could be the one to figure out that this is Dad. The bird is Dad.
Dude.
Francis is
Dude,
smart.
he's so
See?
Hey, I didn't put that together. That's actually very smart. Yeah.
He steps ahead of us.
Right.
Okay, and he was saying that the art style is 3D rendered with 2D textures because it's easier to produce and edit. I like that. I think that's why it does look like sort of almost cel shaded, but not. That's a great point.
There's actually, yeah.
And it grows on you. You're right, Derek.
Oh no, yeah. Like right now when you watch it, you can kind of tell, but like once you like start watching, it almost like seems like anime. Like you don't even really notice it once you watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
definitely.
excited to see the growth, man, of the characters. That's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah. So that brings me to my next point, the attention to detail. So it's
Right.
so easy to not have the details show up. Like what's a good example of it? Rayla's hair.
Right.
Which she cuts. They could have ignored that and animated her the same way the whole time. But they have the detail of her hair being cut. They have the arm bruises get significantly worse and worse over time. Like it's subtle at first, and then it just grows for
Yeah,
both Rayla and her commander guy. His name's definitely gonna slip my mind. Runan, yeah. So like, they really do have attention to detail, and add that to probably aging, like you said, like having them get a little older with each book. I think is very possible. So
Which,
like,
I was gonna say that's what I was a little bit bummed out with Aang. You don't see him grow up, and then in Korra he's already like dead.
yeah,
He's so old. He was so old. Like even Aizen was like old, dude. Aizen was like his son.
and then you see Aang in just flashbacks in his prime.
I know. I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
why make that, dude? Like, so I hope they do that in this because if it's anything like Avatar, they might not age. They might just kind of stay around the same. But at least in Avatar though, you see him get like a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that one time when Aang had like hair and like Zuko was like kind of getting a scruff. Yeah, like Zuko was getting a scruff. Like stuff like that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I like that.
Zuko grew his hair out. Like it was, they grew.
Yeah.
The characters would visually age and grow, and I think we'll see that here.
Yeah, and Caleb to me has like a lot. Caleb has that vibe. Oh my god, what's that game? What's that game, dude? It's all the Game Boy. Fire Emblem. He has like a Fire Emblem character vibe to me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right,
That's
dude. He
very
looks
true.
like very like, and that's why I'm excited because it's like the series kind of seems like like something like that, like the elves. It's funny that the elves do have that scar. I just think it takes a little bit getting used to, Francis. I agree with you because, dude, everybody knows elves are so like, oh, you're such a like middle-aged person. I don't like you. I'm
And
rich.
usually they're
I'm
soft.
more rich than you.
Yeah.
Right. Do you expect me to take it from me? I literally just watched the entire Lord of the Rings series. You know what I mean? So used to like Legolas, like, oh, I'm better than you, dwarf, and then you have like, now you have like, it's like the dwarf is the elf.
So like,
But I think
it
fits.
I think that's why I brought this up to you after I watched it. That's why they also sort of remind me of the Night Elves. Aside from the tattoos, the Warcraft.
Yes.
Aside from the tattoos, they're very vicious, which is evocative of Night Elven culture. They're very savage. The Moon Elves. Did I get that right? The Moon Elves.
Yeah.
The Moon Shadow Elves and the
Moon
Dragon
Shadow
Prince are very fierce combatants. But they still maintain a little bit of grace. I think it's the way they're drawn. The white hair. There's still a little bit of
Night
elegance
elf
to
for
them.
sure, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's interesting to see how the writers are merging all the currently established archetypes and changing them.
Yep,
Some more
exactly.
subtly, some not, and it's very interesting.
For the Alliance.
For the
Dude, I like what they did with the weapons, dude. Like, you know, the element was like the sun sword. Dude, that was
oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, whoa, that's so cool. Oh man,
That's
dude,
badass.
they have a lot of potential as a show. So I'm like so excited to see. Is there a release date for the second season or not yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure like it'll
Damn.
show up sooner than later.
Francis says for Kalimdor.
Oh, calendar, and he says he bases his elven speech sounds from WoW. Same.
I don't know.
More.
I like the Elvins, even in like the Night Elves and the Alliance, they're like very, like American, like hi,
They're a little reserved and
how are you? Yeah.
they've changed it a bit. They used to be like a little bit like that, but now they've changed it to have a little more of like South African-ish vibes. Just so they have a little more of a distinction of their savageness and
Hope
like,
they're
their
not-
wood. Yeah, it's
Hope they're not going
Fair.
Trollman because that's like different. I just love to talk to NPCs like, talk to me. It will be done.
yeah, just,
You know, it's
just keep
just like,
clicking on them. Yeah, just keep clicking. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Hello. Hi. For the Alliance. What can I
Francis
do for you?
pointed out. Yeah, what can I do for you? Francis pointed out earlier that if you apparently if you know sign language, Aunt Amaya's signing
Oh wow.
tells you more than what the translator says, which is
Oh
really
dude, that's
a
so
nice
cool.
detail. That's a nice detail.
Damn, that's awesome.
That's
I'm just gonna
badass.
search online like breakdown
yeah.
of sign language. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
I know, because I think there was a scene right where she actually said something and it wasn't translated.
Yeah, he just like says it like a two
He's
words
just like,
or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
I feel bad for that guy, man. Like he just tried to impress her and he just gets caught like right away. Like
You can tell
I
he
was like,
likes her.
damn, dude. Oh yeah, dude. He totally wants some of that Amaya business. You know,
That Amaya business.
that Amaya business, man. Like, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, great show.
So-
man. I can't wait to see where it goes, and hopefully, I want more people to watch it. I'm scared that they're waiting to see the amount of fans they reach before they do a second season. I hope they just do it.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. And
Yeah.
again, so much potential. I think, you know, Avatar started slow. They'll build this.
Oh,
really
yeah.
well. Yeah. They've done a lot of world building as it is. You know, the Sun Sword, the elements, and all that. Like, so much that they could do with this. Derek, on a scale of 10, how would you rate the first season of The Dragon Prince? The first
I would give it a 8.5.
Oh,
I don't believe in
awesome.
perfect stuff, but like I said, it is at the beginning, it's a little bit draggy. You got to fight through it. I'm a very patient person, so it was easy for me. But like, once you get into it, dude, I yeah, like you said, I couldn't stop watching it after like the first 2 or 3. I was like, okay, I want to keep watching this now. I was like, I want to keep watching this now.
Yeah.
One funny thing too, I just realized now was she the only one that had the accent? The other elves didn't have a Scottish accent, right?
Oh, that's kind of true. Well, I mean, we only really hear the other guy talk. Runan. He's the only one we hear talk, so
Yeah, Runan. I thought
It's like
Runan
he
didn't
didn't
really
have
have
one,
an
yeah.
accent though, right?
yeah.
So
yeah.
Matt might be something with her character development too. Would be kind of cool. You are half dwarf, half elf, which
Yeah.
explains your kindness. Yeah, it's like. But yeah, I can't. Like, yeah, I might have to watch again to see if I can catch that. But if like Francis, if you caught it or someone else caught it,
Yeah, let us know.
I thought when I did watch it that she was the only one that had the accent. But then again,
Yeah.
but yeah, I did.
So
yeah,
Francis
definitely a
did.
9. Or
Yeah,
she
Francis brought up a
didn't have.
good point, Derek. That they did announce it was set to be scheduled for for 2019, which. Sorry, I automatically assume that things will come out the next year. That's why I didn't bring it up. That's a good point, though. It's not going to be like
That's
after
true.
2019. So next year, we're sure to get season 2. There's no specific date then, but yeah, that's a good point. It's going to be out next year. I think since it's only 9 episodes per season, they could do like a Voltron thing where it's frequent but short bursts.
Right.
The sad thing is Voltron is ending with this next season. I was kind of
Oh
bummed about
no
that.
way.
Yeah. So
Damn.
yeah, but yeah, hopefully
Well,
the
like
Dragon
good things
Prince
must die
does well.
always.
Yeah,
Don't drag him too long. You know what I mean?
that's another excellent point. That's an excellent
Simpsons,
point.
for example.
Yeah, that's the best example, right? That's
I know,
always
dude.
the best
It's
example.
just so long. It's just like Well, then I think Family Guy's starting to do the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do with that is like kind of make it like Futurama, where you end it for a bit and then just come back when things are fresh again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Speaking of like stuff, man, they need Final Space. The 2 needs to come out too.
I need more Final Space in
I'm
my life.
I'm still so surprised I don't see, like, on my feeds, like no one's like watching. I tell my friends at work, you need to watch this. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, did you watch it? Like, not yet. I'm like, I'm telling you, just watch it. You're gonna fall in love. It's so funny.
And the hard thing is you can't tell them too much, or else it'll kind of ruin the point.
I know. I even tell them, if you kind of like Chris Pratt's humor in Guardians, it's like
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Like the vibe, yeah. It's funny.
Chockity-pock. Yes, Francis, chockity-pock. And in that, on that note, sorry, I'm also gonna give the Dragon Prince a rating. I'm gonna give it.
Yes, right. What's your rating?
Yes, I almost forgot. I'm gonna give the Dragon Prince an 8, very close to yours. I'm gonna give it an 8 because I need to see more. I need to see more.
I know.
Man, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. On that note, we're gonna end the show.
Alrighty.
Oh, Francis in the chat gave it a 9 out of 10 dragon eggs. Awesome.
Hey, I like that. I like using the eggs as I get 8.5 eggs.
That's awesome. That's excellent. Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you to our most recent followers: Face Riders, Vocalist 5, Ugok Cram, Lima0718, B Baker 248, Wisa, Joshua 79 Smith, Arch Daniel 123, Dan Diongo 23, and Stanley JU1. Thank you to our subs, Human Panda, who should definitely be above Miko P at this point because he's gifted so many subs to so many people. But we want to thank Miko P, who's currently at top spot with 5. Human Panda, that Sensei Humor guy. You guys are awesome. InstaDZ, who was our very first sub ever. Diego was our first sub. The first show we did after getting affiliated. He gave us our first sub. Gabe Bruges, the Fury Bot, Salon Chen, __sick. Of course, our buddy Elder Jin and Archer Perez. You guys are all awesome. Thank you to our top bit cheerers. Elder Jin finally overtaking Nerf Diva. He's at 1,500 now. Nerf Diva coming up close at 1,471. Nope _plays at 1,400. All our other lovely bit cheers, if not now, Gwen, Mercy, Tita Gamings, InstaDZ again, Aaron Gaming 441, Clarky Plays, and Cloudcoon. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Derek, dude, great show as per usual.
Yes.
All right, so where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quick Song Geekcast?
When I am not on the Quick Song Geekcast, you guys can find me at Sensei Humor, as you see below my name there. I'd stream Monday. My original schedule is Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 10:30, more or less. The weekends is kind of just up in the air when I stream. But yes, you see me playing Fortnite if you guys enjoy seeing that. I do play a little bit of Spider-Man. It's been a while, but lately since Season 6 came out, I just have been grinding Fortnite. But
oh yeah.
What about you, Harold?
Oh, if you guys want to catch me outside of the Quick Song Geekcast tomorrow night, me, Diego Z are back in the saddle with Sorbetta's PH.
Oh
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some Overwatch shoutcasting during our scrim nights. If you want to play Overwatch and get casted, check us out tomorrow night, 9 p.m. We're gonna be casting, and just join the lobby. We'll bring you in. The instructions are on our social media, or just add #quitstalling #1904 and whisper us at around 9 p.m. Philippine Standard Time on Tuesday, tomorrow night, and we'll be glad to have you on. You can catch me, of course, weekly on the Quick Song Geekcast, but also weekly on Game Bite every Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Man, I'm doing a lot. And after Game Bite, we also have next week, we'll be having the Plus Attack qualifiers that will be streamed live and casted by me, Diego, Jan Torres, and of course, observed and handled by Sorbetta's PH. We want to thank everyone from Play on WASD for having us cast the games. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be super fun. And
oh yeah.
You can also catch me on my social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, @HaroldPlays, and of course, twitch.tv/HaroldPlays. I've been meaning to stream, but last week I got so sick I wasn't able to. This week, I promise I'll do a little World of Warcraft. If I could rent a capture card, I'll probably do Spider-Man as well, because man, is that game fun. That game is so fun. I can't wait for all the DLCs, man. Wisa says back. Didn't think I'd be away for so long. It's all good, Wisa. The second we stop the stream, you'll be able to watch the VOD on Twitch, and then I'll upload the episode on YouTube as well because we're all caught up. We're all caught up on YouTube. We're about to be all caught up on Twitch and the podcast feeds as well today. So it's good. It's all good. You'll be able to catch up. Oh man, Derek, I miss Wancho and Jay, but it's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, man. It's always great to be on.
This. We got this locked down.
We got it, man. We got it. They're missing out, man. I would love to hear their take on Dragon Prince and Venom. I don't know if Jay's watching. I know Wancho hasn't yet, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's always fun, man. Oh yeah, it's always fun, man.
Oh man. Oh, Francis in the chat says Wancho be Goncho again. Yeah.
You know what? Next time he comes on, just everyone in chat, if you can hear, just call him Goncho. It'd be really fun.
Oh, Goncho.
Like, hey, what's up, Goncho? He's like, why do they call me that? I'm like, I don't know. That's weird, dude.
Bro, Francis? I don't know. All right. Oh, Francis says, I need my Jay and Wancho Iron Fist cancellation reactions. Yeah, Jay was really, really disappointed by it. So hopefully we can get him on a show soon.
Yeah. Dude, you know what we need to talk about next week? I'm going to leave this in the video as a thing. I don't know why we didn't talk about this. We need to talk about Chris Evans.
Yes. I don't know
why.
We wanted to get to so much.
I saw Francis like cancellation. I just thought for some reason, I'm like, oh man, that's sad news. That could be a good thing we can brush over next week. It'd be awesome.
We'll definitely bring it up. I'll make the notes for next week and we can add that right away. All right.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to catch Quit Stalling stuff, check out our Facebook, facebook.com/quitstallingus. We post all our updates there. On Twitter as well, @quitstallingus. You can find Instagram behind the scenes stuff @quitstalling. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/quitstalling, and all the VODs are there. I'm not joking anymore. They're there. You can catch up. The descriptions are missing for most of them, but I'll be updating those as the week goes on. I just needed to get them all there. I just wanted to get them up all there already. Same with the podcast feed. It'll be updated by today, especially for all those who listen to us on their commutes. We appreciate all you guys stopping by for the shows today. Thank you so much. Wisa says, bye guys. Thanks for today's episode. I'll watch the VOD. Thank you so much, Wisa.
Bye, Wisa. Check out that VOD. Listen to that Venom conversation was intriguing. It was fun.
Yeah, and Wisa, if you want to talk to us about Venom, I know you're on the Discord. Just chat us up in the general, or you could tweet us or message us on Facebook. But yeah, we can start a conversation on Discord about it. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Why not? Derek, you should turn on push notifications for Discord.
I know, dude. I even need to make a Discord for me. I need to stop. I need to get off my butt and quit stalling. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. I could just put like a Sensei humor channel if you don't have. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it'll make things so much easier if we have like all the shows in the Quit Stalling Discord.
Right? That'd be awesome.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Same bat. Oh, someone's gonna play some PlayStation. Spider-Man. All right. We'll catch you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Till then, get off your butts and quit stalling. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye.